Welcome to another episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill-Staxx, and today I got Ken Street TV. What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing real good. Yo, before we get started, I just want to say, if anyone has any information about these missing kids, just contact the National Center for Exploited and Missing Children. These are the kids that are missing in Connecticut. They have kids from every state. Just go to the website, missingkids.org, and maybe you can help one of these families, man.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what's good, Ken Street TV, man?
Man, I'm just chilling, man. Another day, you know what I mean? Trying to record some live videos on Instagram, you know.
Yeah, man. So you do a lot of videos on Instagram, and you got a pretty big following.
Yeah, my shit's like, I got like 3,500 on both, like on YouTube and on Instagram. And then I got a backup Instagram, got like 1,500 or something.
So where were you born and raised, man? I thought you were from Florida.
No, I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana. I don't know if a lot of motherfuckers don't know what Terre Haute is, but it's like there's like one of like the biggest federal prisons is here, like.
Yeah.
But it's just a little small town. It's like not too far from Indianapolis. You know what I mean?
How old are you?
Bro, I'm 30. I'll be 31 on the 2nd of January, bro.
Shit. Happy birthday, man.
Yeah.
That's Terre Haute, Indiana.
Oh, you can show it?
Yeah.
Damn, that's Terre Haute?
Yeah.
Damn. Hey,
so
that makes it look nice.
How was it when you growing up, man? How'd you grow up?
Bro, like I grew up like I didn't grow up like most people. Like my dad took care of me. You know what I mean? I got, if you can see, you can't see in the background really, maybe I can right there, that's a wheelchair with the handicap sign with the on my neck too. Rest in peace with my brother. That's his symbol and shit. Like my dad had 3 kids with my mom, so like, and both of my brother and my sister, they both have muscular dystrophy. I'm the only one that all I got is cross eyes, you know what I mean? Like, no, but you know what I mean? Like that, but my brother passed away in 2014 and shit. But I grew up where my dad took care of us, you know what I mean? My mom had us for a while and shit, like till probably I was like 5 or 6, or I was probably about 7. And then my dad got us, you know what I mean? Like it took care of us ever since then. I probably was, if I would have been with my mom, I would have been really reckless, you know what I mean? Like, but with my dad, I think he gave me a lot and didn't make me work hard enough. I mean, he tried, you know what I mean? He did have me working and shit, like, but I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
but he gave you a comfortable upbringing.
Yeah, but like when Dino, all right, shout out my nigga Dino Blood on Instagram too.
Yeah,
we was just on live with him earlier. My bro got shot. He's supposed to be on here one day, but anyway, yeah. I can't tell his story. But when they was talking about it with the PTSD type shit, like I understand that shit. I never been shot or anything, but where I lived, my city is not like the most craziest shit is popping out all the time and shit. But the street that I lived on and the time period, it was popping, and we was just little kids, and there was this gun shot. I mean, like it was crazy. We'll come back, we'll go to the store and walk back, and there's just yellow tape everywhere. Like I seen some crazy shit. Like,
yeah, there's hoods in every state, man. Yeah, I'm from Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut, and when you hear Connecticut, what do you think of?
Right. Like I didn't even know where
trees and shit.
Bro, I swear to God, I even know where Connecticut was at. I thought Connecticut was on the other side of me, like on the west side.
Yeah, it's right next to
New York.
Rhode Island, New York.
Yeah,
right between.
Because I just looked it up. Because Cuzzo was like, when Staxx comes out here, you should come out here. And I was like, yeah, shit, I'm on the way.
Hell yeah, man.
And then
a big ass party over there, bro.
I'm talking about, I thought I was on the way from you. Yeah, like you was gonna be coming through Indiana. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's about, but I looked it up. I was like, damn, it's on the East Coast.
So did you start getting in trouble when you were younger?
All right, the first time I ever got in trouble, the first time I ever got arrested was I was 16, bro, and it was so fucked up. I'm like, we went out and like motherfuckers were supposed to fight and it didn't happen. So then we seen some kid and jumped on him, but I didn't even do nothing really. I mean, I like kicked him just a little, not like hard, nothing. Like
Yeah.
I barely kicked him. Like if I was kicking, stomping his ass, I would tell you. I mean, but I barely kicked him. And my dude that was like my best friend since middle school, he was driving, bro. Like so we got away. We took off driving, and then they started following us. It's like these old country dudes, and they started following us and called the police. Bro, as soon as the police got there to the car or wherever, they got me out and was like taking my hat, like searching all up inside of it, taking my shoes off, pulling my shit out my shoes, like, and just cuff him, put him in the car. I was in the car as soon as they got me out of the car. I was like, damn. And I wasn't.
Is that one of these? Is that one of these mugshots I got?
No, that I wish I could see that mugshot from when I was 16. But shit, bro, I didn't have no tattoos, nothing. I didn't look like this. You know what I mean? So I don't understand it. And then me and my brother, best friend, you know what I mean, that was driving, we're the only two that got arrested. I don't know, bro. Somebody was probably telling on us or something like.
So Lee Kidnapper wants to know, are you Crip too, like Cuzzo? Or no?
I don't bang. I used to, when I was a kid, like my cousins all are GD. So I used to always be like GD and shake up with them GD and all that. But no, I don't bang.
So the first time you got arrested, that was the time from getting in jump. The kid got jumped, right?
Yeah, a little, something stupid, like petty as shit.
So when did the car accident thing happen?
That was after my brother passed away. But we got to go back a little bit to the first time I got arrested. So the first time when I got arrested, or as an adult, I mean, like, all right, all this shit is already closed. You know what I mean? So I can talk about everything and say everything that happened. Let me see how to put this. Okay, I went to my mom's mom. I don't call her my grandma because she never was. You know what I mean? She was never there for me. Never. The only time that she started fucking with me is when I come over to like cop something from her. You know what I mean? Like, and so one day I like, she ain't there, and I go in the window, and I get like a bunch of pills. You know what I mean? Like Norcos and Loracets and Loratabs and shit. Like, and I take these bitches, and like I'm like, she's like, if he gives them back, I'll drop the charges type shit. So we tried to do that, but it was already too late. You know, the state picked it up already. It was over. She couldn't do shit about it. You know what I mean? Like, anyway. Yeah. So then it was over. Like, the pills, they just mine now. You know what I mean? We just got to get rid of them bitches, or I'm going to take them all. No, but.
Yeah, and then you got an arrest coming, you know.
Yeah, but no, I'm tripping. That's the second time. The first time is on my page. I should have sent that to you too. I got a statement from this guy that wrote a statement on me. I thought he was like my brother too, bro. Cause I know I'm everywhere, but let me tell this story real quick. One time when I was like 19, or I was like 18. I first got arrested when I was 19. I thought Buddy was solid. So one of my buddies came over. He's like, I know where like 11 racks is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, shit. Let's go get it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So then the next day, we're up on top of like the parking garage. You know how every city got us a little parking garage. We're on the top of there. We're sitting there, and the plan was the night before when he first mentioned the money and us getting it was I got a car. We're gonna get some big 24s, put it on that bitch. My buddy got a car. He's gonna get some 24s for his shit, and the other one's gonna get one that's already rimmed up. You know what I mean? This was 2012. Like, so
Was it a house? Was it a house you were going to? Or
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah, and it was somebody that dude already knew and shit. Like, so we go, we're chilling, like, and we're talking about it, and we're like, I'm like, man, he's like, what we gonna do if we get? I'm like, man, I thought you said we was gonna get the car. I was like, man, I want to go to Florida, and he's like, I was like, I've never been, and they're like, shit, I want to go too. Like, so bro, we hit this lick. That same night was on the way to Florida. 19 got a big ass.
You got the money?
Yeah, but it wasn't 11 round. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't go in there. You know what I mean? I wasn't on no. I'm driving. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, y'all ain't getting me wrapped up in no dumb shit. Like,
yeah, so, but still, even if they would have got bagged up with that, like, you still would have get the same thing as these guys.
Yeah, but so they say it was like 3,700. The one dude that knew all about it, he said it was like 3,700. Whatever. He breaks me off 600 right then. We go to we're in Florida. I got the 6. I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't tripping. I ain't got to pay for nothing. We got a hotel on the beach, on the balcony, with a balcony and shit on the beach. Everything, bro. Like, shit was lit. We was 18. We was getting drinks, bro. Like, and everything. It was cool. We brought some weed with us.
Was it around spring break time?
No, it was like right after or some shit. The only girls like I seen, bro, and talked to, it was so crazy because they were from Indiana too. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, the only girls that I talked to was from Indiana. Like, but then so one of the dudes that was with us, like, I thought he was solid, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of times he did a lot of shit that, like, if he got caught, he's going upstate. You know what I mean? Like, he was doing like, I thought he was a real nigga. Like, but then next thing I know, we stay at this girl's house one night, and I'm like, I'm fucking her, you know what I mean? Like, or she's sleeping on the floor because I'm sleeping on this futon, you know what I mean? Like, bro was like, he already had old girl that he was with. I mean, like, so then I don't know, I was zanned out. So the next thing I know, I like passed out, and I wake up and I'm not on the futon, I'm on the floor, and that bitch was with. There's some other dude there, like. I look under the bed and I see his pants, and I like crawl in there. I grab his pants. I get his phone and his wallet and his car keys and shit. So some brand new Air Force Ones and shit. I take them on. I get to the car. There's like a new Alpine. You know what I mean? Like a 2 15-inch Memphises. Like I can't carry them, but so I put them in the bushes across the street, and then and then I found like a backpack, you know, like the skateboard brand Girl. Like, he had that type of backpack. And I put the CD player, the amp, the shoes. There was a brand new like Volcom coat. I got it. I put it on. I put the backpack with all the shit in. I took off, and I just had the shit in the bushes. So I leave, and I go to my other dude's house, and like, I feel like they was telling too, you know what I mean? Like, but I end up leaving the phone there, that the dude's phone, and it ends up staying there. And then I hit dude up, and I'm like, hey, yo, come get me. And he was like, bro, why'd you do that? Like, I'm like, because it had to be done. He was like, what? I was like, bro, I had to, bro. Like, and I was like, come get me. I got to show you something. You know what I mean? Like, so he comes and gets me, and we go back over there by the girl's house, and we back up to get the speakers. She comes out talking shit. He's putting the speakers in the car. She don't see it though, but she's like, "Oh, this is the second time you done stole something from somebody at my house. You can't." I was like, "Fuck you, bitch." I was like, "I thought you was my friend." You know what I mean? Like, even though I was wrong, I was trying to make it look like I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And then, like, one night, I forget all about that shit, bro. Like, he buys I trade the speakers to him for some rims for a car. He buys the shoes off me. He has everything, the amp, the shoes, the speakers, like, but then next thing I know, I get this statement, bro, like, he's saying, I got this at my house. He's seen it at my house. That next thing I know, they knock on the door. Bam, bam, bam.
It's like he switched the whole shit around and put it all on you, right?
Yeah. So they take me to jail, and I go to jail, and this is the first time I ever went to jail. So I get OR'd. And they give me the motion. You know what I mean? Like, so I read that bitch, and it says, Jimmy Howard said this. James Howard, Jimmy Howard, whatever little police ass nigga said this. said this. They said, he said, they asked him, what does hitting a lick mean? He said, it's slang for stealing. I was like, this dude is crazy. But bro, it's so fucked up because, bro, look, they arrested me because he said that I stole the shit. But bro, he sold the iPod. The only way they knew it was us was we sold an iPod at like a pawn shop thing, this replay. And his ass used his ID because I didn't have mine. Like, so how can y'all arrest me and say it was me when he used his ID? I didn't say that. I mean, of course, because I'm not telling and I don't care. But okay, I see this nigga told on me now. You know what I mean? But then, like, it wasn't even like a month later or 2 months later. Then that's when I went into my mom's house, and I was already OR'd.
So you already had one pending, or
Yeah,
was it already pending in court?
Yeah, and it was a theft, like a D felony theft, and that's the same thing that I got.
And that was in Florida?
No,
Or that was up there, yeah.
In Indiana. No,
yeah.
The only time I was in Florida was that this when we hit a lick, went down.
But then you just came back, right?
Yeah. But so then they get me for my mom's shit or whatever, and like they're like another theft. You know what I mean? Like, and when they arrested me, I think I like had not went to court or some shit. So then they arrested me, and bro, like this is where this is the most craziest shit when I was in jail. They took me in there. They're like, what block's he going to? And they're like, M pod. And he's like, one of the COs is like, you sure? Let me talk to you real quick. And they went in the other room type shit, came back, and was like, all right, we'll see what happens. So I'm just like, I didn't even think nothing of it. You know what I mean? I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Nothing. And then I get in there, and all I just see is white guys just walking around with their shirt off, big ass tattoos all on their back, swastikas and shit everywhere.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, oh, so they was trying to play me. You know what I mean? Like trying to put me in. But bro, I sit in that bitch for like 2.5 months. Didn't have no problem. And when one of the dudes left, he left me with all his whites, all his some Nike shorts, everything, bro. They was mad. They was really mad and probably did. And they was checking boys out. Like they was checking boys out of that block daily. And like they probably wanted to, but that I don't know. I'm not saying they were scared of me, nothing like that. But they never came at me.
But
and
if you're a real dude, people see that. People see that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I was a solid. I didn't talk shit. I didn't get in nobody's business. I ain't owe nobody. I didn't get in a position to owe nobody. Nothing like
just
that.
Stay to yourself, man, and you won't really have a problem.
So then, but I'm right next to a block with like 10 people, like literally 10 people that I know off of the streets. So I want to be in there so bad. You know what I mean? Like I want to go there.
Because you don't know anybody where you're at, right?
Yeah, like no, I didn't know them. No, I didn't know none of the white dudes, like, because it was all white guys. But I didn't know them, but they knew like my family and shit. You know what I mean? Like they knew my uncles and shit. Like, but so everything was cool. It was just I wanted to go over there. You know what I mean? Because these were like old heads kind of too. You know what I mean? Like older people. I'm trying to go to, and I turned 21 in there. Like, so I was trying to go over there where all the youngsters was type shit.
Yeah.
So, but I wasn't really trying. I was comfortable where I was at. You know what I mean? Like, but I filled out a trustee shit. I ain't never think they was going to come get me. And then they come and get me. And I go in there and like, man, I had to wash 300 goddamn trays 3 times a day. I was like, fuck, that was so wet.
In the Scully port where they put the trays, yeah.
I was soaking wet. I'm like, man, I was like, and the boss dude, the kitchen manager guy was like right there. I was like, man, I'm trying to get my oranges back. I said that to somebody else. And he's like, what'd you just say? I was like, man, I'm trying to get my oranges back on. He was like, I can help you with that. I was like, well, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, it was only like 2 days, my second day. I was ready to go, though. Fuck that. Yeah. And then I got to keep my shoes, you know what I mean? And then they're like, what block's he going to? And they're like, take him back to M. I'm like, man, they was in there calling me the N-word, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, they was in there calling me the N-word and shit. Like, they wasn't, but I just was saying that so I could go to N-Pod. And then I get in the end pod, and it's everybody that I know, and they all fuck with me. So I start getting tattoos like right off. As soon as I get in there, I get like this one on my hand. Damn, it's hard to like
right
this
there.
shit where it says love. I got that shit. I got like some Jason on my arm that you can't even see it, but I got as soon as I got in there, motherfuckers started tatting me up. Other people was in line waiting to get tatted, and they just was like tatting me. I was happy in a bitch, like so I'm in there, I'm chilling, and then listen, bro. Then next thing you know, they're in there like, and somehow they get like the grate thing off of the window, like before, so you can't get to the bar. You know what I mean? So you can't get to the plexiglass and the bars and shit. But they get that grate thing off. I don't know how they did it, but they got like one screw out, and then they go into like some other cell and they start pushing back and forth on the ladder and wiggling it and shit. And the whole fucking ladder broke off, like big ass piece of metal, like an F. And they take it in there. I was like, bam, bam. Like this.
You're trying to open the window?
Yeah, like they're banging like so fucking loud. We're standing on the table, like trying to make sure no police is coming and shit. And then, bro, they finally get like a hole, like a baseball size in the window. So they take some like string that they make and some batteries, and they throw it until finally they get it to go out that hole.
Yeah,
bro. Some dude brought like a pound of tobacco and a cell phone, and then it dropped off of the thing in the middle of the fence in the jail. So then he went to the store, went to the gas station, and got a pack of cigarettes and a phone charger. No phone, just the phone charger and the cigarettes. That's all we got in there. Bro, these motherfuckers was in there talking on the phone, telling, hey, Dad, bring this up here. I'm like,
they were able to get shit through the hole?
Yeah, but it was just a pack of cigarettes, man. I was like, man, you didn't even get no weed. You didn't get nothing, like, but a
yeah, but still, you still got something through the hole.
Yeah, it was
right?
crazy. Like, and like I said, they had a whole big package, but it just fell between the fucking thing, bro.
How were they able to get so close to the building to give them it?
Because it's probably like 10 feet. The fence is probably like 10 feet from the building. It ain't real far.
Crazy, man. If you would have got caught fucking with that window, they would have put you in seg. You would have got an escape charge.
Bro, nobody ever got in trouble for that. I didn't fuck with it, so I wasn't worried about it. But nobody never got in trouble for that shit. They never came and said anything about it, bro. Like one time when I was in the all white block, they came in there, shook the whole block down, found phones, knives, all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Appreciate it.
They love your tats, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you. But then so then that was, so I do 4 months for both of the thefts. Basically, I do 4 months.
Was it all in like a county jail?
Yeah. So I did. It was 124 days or something. So I did that, and then I get out, and I'm probably was supposed to have some probation or something. You know what I mean? But I never ever, till just recently, I never did probation or tried to do it. But fucking. So then I get out, and what's the next time I went to jail? Then it was a bunch of like,
when you get out, are you wilding out right away when you get out, or are you chilling for a while?
I'm like, I just want to get like, I was on pills. That's where we fucked up too. I forgot to mention, I was on pain pills real bad. Like when I was young, in like 7th, 8th grade, my best friend, like 2 of my best friends, rest in peace for one of them, they went to juvenile because they had like 150 Vicodins in middle school at the school. They was trying to ask me about the shit. Like I used to say, I don't fuck with pills. That's white people shit. That's what I used to say. Like, cause I smoke weed. That's what I used to say. And then I took that first pill, and then I loved it. Like, and then I guess I was white. You know what I mean? Because I love that shit. Like, and then like I started. That's what it mostly was. I started just doing stupid shit just to get some pills or some shit. And then after Buddy told on me, I seen him at the gas station one time. So I tried to go up to the truck and like I knock on the window type shit, but he opens up the door like he wants to fight type or something. No, I know he didn't want to fight with me, but I started punching him, and like he gets out, so I was like, "Come on, get out!" And like I started trying to fight him, and he's running backward. All of a sudden, the police is everywhere. I just hear sirens everywhere. So I get back in the van, and I'm like with my ex-girlfriend and her mom and her brother that had autism, and I get back in the van. I'm just sitting there, and I see one of them. I'm like, okay, maybe I could talk to him. So I get out and I talk to him. I tell him, I'm like, look, I went to talk to dude. He opened the door like you want to fight. So we started to fight. I was like, I tried to hit him, but I don't think I did. Like I was trying to. And then another cop come over and was like, cuff me. Bam. And I'm like, nigga, you ain't even hear my story yet. He was like, I don't care. I'm not going to believe it anyway. I was like, all right, well, take me to jail then. Because I already have been, you know what I mean? I already been to jail. I didn't care. I'm like, well, take me to jail then.
How old were you at this time?
I was like 20, probably 21, 22, because it was like damn near right after I got out. And then I get out, and then the girl I was with was like, can I give him a kiss? And the other cop grabbed the handcuffs like, bam, and slammed my head and bust my fucking lip open, had a big ass knot on my shit. Like, I was like, God damn. So I'm like rubbing my lips all over the plexiglass and all over the window and all that shit with blood.
All bloody and shit. Yeah.
The cop's like, stop doing that. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers beat me up. He's like, I didn't. I'm like, y'all a fucking team. You know what I mean? Yeah, you did, bitch. Like, so then I go to jail for that. I go to jail for little shit like DUIs and shit. I went to jail for the car thing too. I'll get to that too. But so, all right, yeah. So I'll get to that now.
I'll show you your mugshots, man.
That one is all right. That one is a crazy story. That was when the most craziest story I have. That's when it first started. I'll get to that after I show the car.
Yeah.
All right. So one day I went to my cousin's and I'm like, first I took my dad's friend home. That was my dad. That's my dad's car. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a piece of shit. And for one, and I want to let y'all know the bumper was still good and the grill and shit and the headlight. They just took that out and sold it at the junkyard. But I was sitting right there where
it's about the only thing that was still good, man.
Right. I was sitting right there where it's crushed like a Coke can. Yeah. But I take my
How the hell did you get out of that without getting hurt, man?
Bro, I don't know, man. My dad is like got this nice you know what an OBS is? A Chevy truck, like a 90, like an 80 something through 96, I think. A short bin. But my dad got a nice clean one, whatever. And he's like, I'm gonna drive my truck because he would always be swapping plates off of each car. My dad got a lot of cars, but he would swap plates and shit. And he's like, I'm gonna drive my truck because the place is legal tonight, and I'm going different town type shit. So I'm like, all right. So I drive the other car, and he's like, asked me to take his friend home. So I go to take his friend home, but when I'm taking his friend home, I seen this dude walking down the street like that. I know, like, I'm like, I pull up on him like, hey, what's up? I was like, where they at? He's like, oh, you want some pain pills, huh? Because he already. I'm like, no. I was like, I want whatever you're on, shit. And he's like, I got some 2 milligram Klonopins right now for $2. I was like, $2? I was like, all right. So I went down there. Buddy was trying to get me though. He goes in the house and didn't even plan on coming back out. But his girl and some other bitch come out and brings it to me. I'm like, y'all got some more of those? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get some more money. I'll be back. So I'm going and getting change and shit. You know what I mean? The cash in so I can come back and get as many more as I can get or whatever. Right? So I come back, I get a few more or whatever. And all I remember is like, I took a few. I gave my cousin a few. Then we go down to my other cousin's house and shit. And his brother, my cousin's brother, we went to my other cousin's.
So you're just popping the Klonopins, right?
and drinking. And I was drinking. Like Paul Masson or something. And so I called my brother and shit, like, asked him come get me. I called my sister, asked him come get me. They're like, yeah. But my dumb ass I wasn't even here. I mean, I wasn't even on this earth. I was so
Yeah.
fucking fucked up. I didn't know what was going on. So I get back to my cousin's house, and the girl is like, his girl's like, no, you're not leaving. You're not driving type shit. But somehow I got the keys. I cut out, and bro, I must have been going like 50, 60 all the way down the street that I was on. And
Yeah.
there's like a set of like double railroad tracks. Like you go up one, come down, and there's like a dip in the middle of these two railroad tracks. Like
Yeah.
when you was a kid and you build a ramp for a bike,
Yeah.
you build one ramp on one side and the other on the other side. That's
Yeah. It
how the
goes up
railroad
like
tracks.
this, and then it goes
Yeah,
up again.
yeah. So someone, it was like 3 a.m. So I doubt if this person has like really seen it, but someone says they seen it, and they said that I come up in the air off the first track, and when I landed, like the tire popped from it hitting so hard, and then I was just like, my foot just went on the gas. I come up the other one, and it like the car. I remember a little bit like the car turned sideways, and it landed like, and it slides like bam into a telephone
On
pole.
on the driver's side, right? It hit the telephone pole right
Yeah,
where
the
you were.
telephone pole went right like this, right in front of me, bro.
Yeah, right where the door is. You could see where the pole was.
Yeah, the door was like this far from the center console. Like I had like bruised ribs and shit. Like, but nothing, some scratches. Nothing happened to me, bro. It was crazy. Like, and so then I put that bitch in reverse, and I take off down the street. Like I was almost home. I was just like a block away,
Yeah.
and I stopped at the gas station. I don't know what for, why, because I think I think I like was so fucked up it made me like, so I like was shooken up and shit.
Yeah.
So I stopped and I got out and I was like laying on the like bags of salt, you know what I mean, like the ice for ice. I was laying on them and shit. And
After
then,
you crashed, that, you could still drive that car?
yes, I took off in that bitch, top flat tire
What?
and everything. And
You could
then
still drive that shit like that?
yeah, and then next thing you know, or like I'm sitting out there, dude that works at the gas station knows me because it's like the gas station right by my house. And
Yeah.
he's like he calls my sister and shit for me and everything. And then like next thing you know, someone had already called the police when they heard it and shit. So they come down the street and they see the car, see me, come over there. And then, bro, I was really on some bullshit because I was telling them like, this was like right when Mike Brown got killed. And I was like, fuck the police. I hate the police. Da, 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 da. I was like, I'm 23 and I don't plan on living past 25 and I'm gonna kill a cop before I die. And like I even know I said this shit. My dad came on me like, what the fuck are you saying? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like saying stupid shit. And I'm like, what you talking about? And then he tells me, I'm like,
You
and
don't even remember none of this shit?
after he told me, I remembered because I was at the hospital. After they took me to the hospital and the cop that was standing there, I was talking shit to him.
Yeah.
So I remembered it a little bit. I was like, oh man. So then when I went to talk to my lawyer's like, oh, so you plan on dropping off on this soon, huh? And I'm like, he's like, you said that? I was like, oh man. I was like, man, I was damn near scared, like for my life, like thinking that one of these cops was gonna get me because I said that. Like, and then, all right, so I did that, and I get arrested. I got a DUI. It was I think
Wasn't that one, right? Which one was
none
that
of
one?
these, none
No?
of these. This they was the I don't have that much shot. That was before them ones. The one with the most short hair. I'll get to that story now. So my baby's mom. I was with me and my baby. Okay, a motherfucker got beat up in the jail by the COs and got $17,000.
They fucked him up good, right?
I guess I don't know, but so I'm hanging out with his girlfriend's brother. His girlfriend's brother wants some of that money just as bad as I do. You know what I mean? but I really wasn't planning on taking his money at all. Like I was not planning on doing this at all. Like, and Buddy is like he, his brother-in-law basically kept on trying to get him. So I'm like, if I get a chance, like man, I was sitting there with my friend, some random dude, and my baby's mom. And I'm like, man, if he comes over here with that shit, I'm taking it. Man, I swear to God, it could have not been more than 10 minutes. I always say 5 because it was just right after I said it. I heard bam, bam, bam. And like, dude had a speaker that he hadn't had hooked up yet, but I knew it was it. Like, I knew it was him. I was like, there he is right there. We went out there. He gets out. He's like, hey, Kent, check this out. Check this out. And he's like moving. He's all on dope. I was a dope fiend too. I was smoking meth around that time too. So
Damn, man. When did you get into drugs? How old were you?
I've been smoking weed since I was like 5th grade. Like, but I didn't take no pills until I was probably like 16, something like that. Then after that it was all bad. It was probably about 15. But where was I at? What'd I say?
So you were at you were gonna take it.
Yeah, okay. I told him I was gonna take it, and then he pulls up, and I have to now because I just said it, bro. You know what I mean, that's my word.
Yeah.
I gotta stand on that now. I just said it, and here he pulls up, and he's not with the brother, but he's with the other brother, his girlfriend's other brother.
Yeah.
And he's younger, so they pull up, and he's trying to show me the speaker, but I'm just peeping his pocket, like with the wallet. You know, he has some like gym shorts on.
Yeah.
So you can see like a bulge in your pocket. You know what I mean, like the pocket. So he's moving, and how he's moving, he's all high and shit. I see it. I already tried to look in the door to see if he had it in his door because I seen him put it there before and shit.
Yeah.
And like I'm not even. I was trying to fuck with his girl down there too. You know what I mean, like really. But and I like tried to. I looked for it, and then like I didn't see it. So then I seen his pocket. So I grabbed him like that. Just like I grabbed him up like this, and I like went to, and he was like, for real, for real. I was like,
like in a headlock, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I grabbed him like this, and he was like, for real, kid, for real, for real. And I was like, shut up. And then I took the wallet out, and I took the money out, and it was $3,800. It was $3,880.
Damn, man.
$3,880. And I take the money out of the wallet, and I give it to my friend that was right there. I was like, here, give him his wallet back. You know what I mean? Like, give a nigga his wallet back. He's like, no, and he's calling the police right then. Bam, bam, bam. Like, I'm like, nigga, you better get the fuck out of here. So I'm like running up on the car and shit. I get in there and go down the street and shit where I can hop in the car and cut out. Left my baby mom and everything. Just left and cut out. And then finally I had someone come back and get her. I'm at my mom's and shit. My dad comes there going crazy.
And you got away with the money.
Yeah, but my dad comes there going crazy because I did it at my dad's house. You know what I mean? Like, so my dad comes to my mom's looking for me, and he's bang, bang, bang. But I'm hiding. You know what I mean? Like, a nigga walked past me about 3 or 4 times, and like, so I'm tripping. So then I have this one dude that I already told him like a week before it happened. Hey man, bro got that money. If I can get it, I'm gonna hit you up. So I hit him up. He's like, hey, I'm on my way back from Indianapolis. I just read up, and he has some meth. Like, I'm like, bet, all right, whatever. So he comes and picks us up, and then we go out to this other little town, and like it's weird the whole time. There's like 2 old bitches in the car with him. They're drinking whiskey and shit like while we're driving. It was just weird, and like we get out there, and I'm not like thinking, like I'm not tripping at first, like, but then I get some dope from him and I do it. And then he's like, oh, I'm tired. And I'm like, you're tired. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, we're doing meth. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you're tired? Like, I'll take you.
Yeah.
I'll take you back to town after I take a nap. I'm like, this nigga's trying to rob me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting here like, and maybe I'm tripping just off of the drugs, or maybe I was just playing it smart. So I go outside and I take the money and I find like this old ass Pop-Tart box that was laying in the shed. I put the money in it and just threw it back on the ground. Like a motherfucker comes here and tries to rob me, they're gonna have to kill me because I don't got nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So then I get a hold of my friend, the one that I was talking about since middle school, the one that got caught the drug with the pills and shit. Like, so I call him. I'm like, bro, come get me, man, as soon as you can, because he was close, kind of. And he's like, he's getting his daughter ready for church. I'm like, well, after you go to church, bro, come get. He's like, I'm not going to church. I was like, well, come get me right now, bro. I got that money. You know what I mean? Like, bro comes and gets me. It was a whole bunch of weird shit then too. So then, bro, I'm like tweaking, like, oh, they're following us. Everybody's following us. Da, 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 da. And then we get to this hotel room, and like overnight, I'm running up and down the hallways. Like, look, I was in the peephole the whole time, thinking I seen somebody. And
In
then
the hotel.
and I opened the door. I tried to run, and there wasn't nobody there. So they was getting mad at me and shit. My girl and my friend. So I'm like, well, my baby's mom, my ex. Don't call that bitch my girl. But so I left from there. I ended up going to my cousin's house. So I was like by my baby mom's grandma's. So I ended up at my baby's mom's grandma's. And I buy this truck off of her grandpa right then. But it was a stick. And I never drove a stick. But my friend come walking around the corner saying his truck wouldn't start. I was like, bro, if you can shift the gears, I'll drive, you to shit the gears and I'll use the clutch. Like, so that's so that's what we did, bro. And then we went to the mall and shit. Then bro started acting funny, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you ain't gonna buy me no shoes? I'm like, what you mean buy you some shoes? Nigga, you know what I mean? Like, I remember you used to get a whole script of this and that, and you will charge me like I'm some random motherfucker off the street.
Yeah,
Like,
they want you to spend the money on them, but when
yeah,
it comes
I'm
to
supposed to be
you,
like your brother, but you're taxing me the same. You're taxing everybody. Yeah, I mean, like, what you mean get you some shoes? And then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, get you some shoes. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead. But bro, the whole time I ain't know this, and he probably still don't even know that I know this. But the nigga done took like $300 from me when we was in the hotel room counting it. You know what I mean? Like, and I just didn't know because I'm so fucked up, so out of my mind. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't paying no attention. So the next day, so I got this little new truck. It's a little S10, a 91 S10.
yeah.
And a standard shit. So we get it, and I'm like, man, I need to get some Xanax or some Clonopin, you know what I mean, so I can calm down. Like, so these niggas I know from Mississippi was like,
And that's after the car accident. This is after the car accident.
Yeah.
So you're still doing the downers. You don't even care. You're like,
yeah. So dude, that happened. The wreck happened in 2014. This was 2016, and dude is like, I got these niggas from Mississippi that I fucked with heavy. Bro, I looked out so hard for these dudes. Like, these niggas looked like bums when I first met them. I gave them clothes, everything. You know what I mean? Like, I fucked with them. Like, and these niggas was really trying to get me too, but I didn't know that. Hey, and I keep saying, nigga, my dad's black. So if y'all have a problem, there's my explanation. But fucking, they're like, oh yeah, we got some. So I come over there to get them, and when I pull up, he's like, sells me some, but then he's like, he had like 5 more. I'm like, I want those too. You know what I mean? I got so much money, right? I want all the goddamn pills I could get right then. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So he's like, no, I'm not coming off those. I'm not coming off those. So I'm like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, take me to the gas station, and I'll sell them to you. So I'm like, all right, but that means my baby mama got to stay there because my friend got to do the shifting while I do the cut. You know what I mean?
Because you guys don't know how to drive the standard.
He do. My friend does, but I want to drive. You know what I mean? I just bought it. It's mine. You know what I mean? So we give dude a ride to the gas station. Maybe I might have let my friend drive part of the time or whatever. But we get to the gas station, or we come back from the gas station, and I see this car, this distinctive car. You know what I mean? From when I got beat up by the police at the gas station, the girl I was with, like, her new boyfriend had a problem with me. Like, always had a big problem with me. Like, But I didn't never care about that nigga. About when I caught him, I was on to do whatever I had to do. You know what I mean? But I didn't plan this for nothing like this to happen. So then I pull up. They're like parked in the middle of the street. My baby mom is already bam, bam, bam punching my ex-girlfriend through the window. So I'm like, I tell the nigga that I gave a ride, like, look, I'm about to whoop this nigga. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, go ahead. Like, I'm telling him because it's his crib. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So I get out and I go over there and I bam, bam, punch him through the window a couple times. He's like, oh, nigga, you gonna hit me while I'm in the seatbelt? I'm like, get out, nigga. I mean, like, so he gets out and then I don't know what happened. But the nigga was on my, like, I fell down and I had long hair and he's on my back, like pulling my hair. I'm like, oh, you bitch ass nigga. And then here comes my dude, like, back, you know what I mean? Hits him a couple times, get him up off me. So then we're both like going towards him, you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie.
You're like blacking out and shit as this is happening?
Yeah, and I'm not even going to cap. I'm not going to lie and try to tell a different story or nothing. The nigga that I gave a ride to the gas station, boop, punched me in my mouth, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm just like, hold on, you know what I mean?
The dude
like,
you gave a ride to?
Yeah, like, he's like, oh, y'all ain't about to jump him. Boop, and I'm like, hold on. And then my friend and the dude, my ex-girlfriend's new nigga, they're like hugged up kind of in like wrestling type shit. I get in the truck, bro, and I just put that bitch in reverse and run him over. Boop.
You ran him over?
My friend went right between the wheels where it didn't hit him. The other dude, it ran him over. And he's like, oh, I feel like I'm about to die. So I'm like,
what part of his body did you run over?
I'm gonna tell you, I thought the truck was on top of him still. So I went back again and run him over again. But I didn't know that. It broke his hip and his femur. His hip and his femur. So then I hop in the truck, or I'm still in the truck, and I backed up into this driveway. And then I was like a little ass nigga too. I was like 160 pounds. Like, and some big ass white dude comes walking over there towards the truck, like, hey, you're not going nowhere. And I was like, I opened up the door and I just hopped out that bitch and took off running. And my baby mom was right behind me. I got to my friend's house. I'm knocking on, nobody on answer. So I just.
And where's the guy? Where's the guy? He's on the ground screaming and shit.
Yeah, and my friend is still there too. And I go to my other friend's house and knock on the door. Nobody will answer. So I just lay on the porch. And then, like, we get up and we go into somebody's backyard and we're sitting there. And, bro, I'm talking about as soon as it happened, this other nigga must have been on his way up here. You know what I mean? Like, to tell my dad. Like, because this dude that was here with my dad was like, called me. Hey, like, where you at? And I'm like, hey, I'm on da-da-da-da-da. So he comes and gets me. And he's like, where you want to go? What hotel? He's trying to take me to a hotel and shit. But me, I'm trying to go get these pills. Like, I'm like, over on such and such street. So we go over there and we get there. And then my baby mom hops out on the bitch that had the pills trying to fight with her. So this bitch hops in the car and leaves. So I'm like, what the fuck? So then we go to this crackhead ass hotel. And the dude that picked me up, his girl or the girl he was with, whatever, went in there and like signed for it, you know what I mean, type shit, put in her name, all that. I ended up getting the hotel room right next to the bitch that had the pills. So I was good. But this bitch was playing both sides, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She knew the people that I robbed. So she's telling them where I'm at and shit.
Oh, man.
Like, and I ain't have no strap or nothing like that. Like, and this nigga is not about nothing like that anyway. So he was calling the police and telling them I was there. So next thing you know, like, my baby mom goes out there and like they tell her like we're looking for Kent and this other dude. Like, and I'm like, damn. So the next day,
so they gave you up. They all gave you up.
So I tell her grandma was coming to get us the next day to go get the truck out of the impound. You feel me? Because it was still in her name. So she takes us to go. So when she comes to get us, I packed up everything. Go get the money back for this hotel. We're out of here. because there was already police outside. I seen them and everything. They was gonna get me. So
Yeah.
I got up out of there. I left up out of there and went to this other hotel, and her grandma put in her name. Next thing you know, then they go get the truck. They get it, and in the truck there was some good ass weed. So we got to smoke this blunt. We're chilling. We smoked the blunt, and then the phone rings. Her grandma like, "Hey, the cops just came here. They're looking for Kent." She's like, my baby mom's like, "Go outside and hide in the bushes." I'm like, "No, fuck it." I was like, "If they come, they come." Next thing you know, she looks out the window and like the spotlight, this was like, bam, hits her like. So it was over. They're bam, 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 banging on the door. I'm just like, "Come out there," because these niggas was acting like I had a gun. The police was acting like I had a gun and shit. Like they tore up the whole room. Like, "Where's the gun? Where's the gun?"
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, "Oh man." So then like, I go to jail. They're like, he calls. He's talking to somebody. Just hit that button. But he calls like sergeant, lieutenant, whatever, whoever. This cop that I'm talking about ended up getting killed. But he calls and says, "I'm on my way to the jail with Kent." Hey, you know what they had to have said on the other end? They said, "You got him?" Because he was like, "What? Did you have any doubts?" Yeah, nigga, because I swear, bro, my name had been called, like, the police had been called on me like 10 times within like a month. And they
So
couldn't.
there were your name was probably buzzing around all over the place.
Yeah, bro. So when I went in there, this paper said something about level 2. I'm like, and then I was like, I get another paper the next day, and it's like aggravated battery with bodily injury. But I was like, but it was still like a level 5 or something. It was still not what I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, and then I get to go to this I get to go to a sober living. Bro, it was the most lit shit I ever had, or been to. You know what I mean? Because it's just me, and it was what's it called with the guys and girls?
Co-ed.
Yeah.
Co-ed.
So bro, so just imagine. You know what I mean? I was in there. That's how I
What
got kicked.
what was there a lot of people in there doing drugs?
Yeah, that's how I got kicked out, is because I was fucking with a few of the girls, and one of the bitches I ended up getting her high, and I went out there and got high and got kicked out and shit like an idiot. So
Yeah, it's
then, bro,
because it's a lot of people concentrated that all want to get high. They're all drug addicts, so they're all,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's
So
you're
so
most
so
likely you're gonna get high in that environment than
so that was the first mugshot, was from when I ran the dude over. So then I get to go there, and I get kicked out of it was called Freebirds. I get kicked out of there, and that I have a warrant for like a month, maybe a month and a half. I'm riding around with the wrong plates, a warrant, a pistol, all, just bad. You know what I mean? Just high on meth, hair. I was on meth and heroin and everything. Like, I was tripping, bro. Like, my hair was braided. I had like a bag of heroin wrapped up in hair, and I stuck it up in my braids, like, because I thought I was gonna go. Yeah, I mean, I was waiting for him to arrest
so
me.
so you had it just in case you got arrested, so you can
Yeah,
be good.
but I never was on that shit that
Wow.
bad. I don't want to like get that twisted. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
did it a few times, some heroin. I did meth a lot though. Like, and and that's the worst thing. Kids never do that. Like, because
Is
that's the.
it really prevalent out there around your
Oh
area?
yeah. Like, I think that the city I live in, I think that it was like called the meth capital one before. Like, it's real bad here. Fucking. So I have a warrant for like a month. My baby mom, she's a fucking crazy bitch. She punches a window at my dad's house, so he make us get out. You know what I mean? Like, or she can't come here. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so
so
I'm trying to go with
you're stuck. You got to go with her. You have
yeah.
no.
And I had her stripping. You know what I mean? So she bought a motel or a hotel. We went in that bitch. We're chilling the first night. The second night, I don't know if it was the first night or second night, I bought some dope from this big fat Mexican dude from California. The Sereno dude. This nigga, like, sold me some dope. Bro, I swear it was like 20 minutes after he left. Bam, 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 bam on the door, bro. Like, they was knocking on the door. It was them. You know, it was the police.
Did
They're
they
like,
catch you with the drugs?
No, that shit was gone. You know what I mean? Or it was just we only had like spent like $10 on it. You know what I mean? So it was just
Yeah.
something for that day. But the pistol was up underneath the blanket on the bed.
Oh.
And she goes and answers the door and tells them like I'm not there. And they're like, okay, well, can we look? And they're like, she's like, can I get dressed real quick? And he's like, well, he comes in like, since you said I could come in, can I look around real quick? Like, so I start coming out like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, wait. So they arrest me. Then they're like, oh, we're going to arrest her for lying. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to fucking send the dude's trying to watch this. But, so they find me or whatever. I go to jail. So then I get house arrest, bro. Like, well, I sit in there for like a month and like, hold on, my bad. All right, so I sit in there for like a month and then like, they're like, okay, 10 months house arrest. So I'm like, all right, bet. I mean, like, and like, I think, and like some kind of probation or something. So I'm like, bet. I mean, like, and then my baby mom was out there. Like I said, she was stripping. She was probably sucking dick too. You know what I mean? But whatever, wherever to get me to come home. She paid for the house arrest and she got an apartment for me to come to because my dad said I couldn't come here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So then like we go there and then like they said you got 10 days or 9 days to go get the house arrest bracelet on. We'll let you go right now. I'm like thinking like, the fuck? Y'all are setting me up. You know what I mean? You
They're
know that
letting you go. They're making you go get the bracelet on.
bro, that's exactly what happened. They let me go on like the 31st of January and I had to get it by like the 9th of February. I had to go get it on my leg.
That's crazy.
So bro, they was just giving me time to set myself up, go get high. And that's what I did the first day. So we see this dude and she's like, that's the guy I was getting the powder from. And I'm like, I was just in jail with that nigga, and he said he ain't know you. You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, that's weird. So then I pulled up on him, and I'm like, yo, what's up? You got some? And he's like, yeah. So I started getting that, and then like that shit, he's stepping on it. You know what I mean? So we're like, might as well just get some dope. You know what I mean? Might as well get some meth. Like,
Are you catching dirty urines at this time as you're
no,
going?
because I hadn't been there yet. You know what I mean? I hadn't had to go yet. I hadn't had to go see them yet. So then I started smoking meth before I went to go get the house arrest bracelet, and I think I even had did some boy. I think I even did some heroin or whatever. Like, so when I go there, he's like, "What's gonna be in your system?" I'm like, "Everything." You know what I mean? Like, he was like, "It's all right, well, but it's okay because this is like just like a baseline, like your first screen type shit." I'm like, "Bet." You know what I mean? Like, so I go there. I was doing cool. You know what I mean? I like they was never coming fucking with me or nothing like that, but then I fucking like me and her start arguing and we got into it and shit. You know what I mean? Like, so then one day I'm like, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm leaving. You know what I mean? Like, fuck this. So I got some shit. I went down, I got in the car, and I had a pocket knife out. Cut that bitch off. Bro, I swear to God, on
You
my
cut the
daughter.
bracelet off?
Yes, listen, and listen, I put this on my daughter. Everything that I said is not no lie at all. And bro, I put this bitch in the grocery bag and I took it to where they put it on my leg at and I threw it out the window. Because that's what they told me to do. He said, if you ever cut this off, I was like, I'm not ever cutting this motherfucker off. He's like, well, if you ever decide to do it, he was like, bring it back so you don't get charged for it.
Yeah, because it's another charge for like destruction of state property or something like that.
So look, so then I go. I think it was like three more months, maybe like a month. Next thing you know, me and her get into it, and like I'm like she's like on the ground laying down, and I'm like just sitting on top of her. And her friends are like, it was an apartment, so the neighbors was up there and shit.
Yeah.
And they tried to charge me with domestic, a misdemeanor domestic, criminal confinement, and intimidation. I'm like, how the fuck how can I get criminal confinement when she walked out the door and talked to y'all and then came back in the house and y'all didn't even see me? Like, so how the fuck was I confining her? You know what I mean? Like, and I was in the shower, bro, and they was looking in the house, and they're asking her, and she's like fucking crazy in the head. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking know where he's at. But the other bitch is like pointing. I got papers where it says that she was pointing to the shower. Here he comes.
Oh man.
I had a bag of dope. I ate the corner off of it, so I'm geeking. And they're like, "What's your name?" I'm like, I ain't saying shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, hey, if you could go get my phone for me, I'll be cool. You know what I mean? But if you don't go get the phone, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? Like, and they didn't get the phone, so I started acting crazy, bro. He's like, oh, you're not gonna be acting like that when you hear your new charges. And I'm like, new charges? He's like, yeah, criminal confinement.
You still, but you're still going to court for the You still got to go to court for the running over the dude thing.
I was on house. That's why I was on house arrest.
So, but that was your final sentence for that was just house arrest, or did they take you from court and like as your court case is pending, they put you on house arrest?
No, it was. I think no, it was just like I'm on house arrest. If I did the house arrest, I would have been done.
Yeah.
But so I didn't though.
But you keep fucking up, and you keep.
So now I got that plus 2 more felonies and a misdemeanor. So I go to court and I've never had a lawyer, bro. I got 3 felonies. And I've never had a lawyer and I've never been to prison. It's crazy. I'm blessed.
That's crazy.
If I cannot count I gotta count my blessings because it could never.
Bro,
happen
you gotta stay out of trouble now.
Yeah.
You gotta stay away from the drugs. You gotta stay away from those kind of people.
Absolutely. So they get me for that, whatever, and then the public defender comes in there. He says, "Well, the state has offered to give you 180 days, do 90 with 2 years probation." I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "That's less." I was like, "That's less time than the house arrest." He was like, "Yeah, I know. This is a good deal. I would sign it." I was like, "I'm going to sign this motherfucker." You know what I mean? Like,
hell yeah.
I signed it. Well, and I did 80 days or 90 days, and then I did 2 years probation. And that's just done with, bro. Like I said, I could have had an attempt, bro. Like,
so you're done with everything now.
yeah. Or no, I'm on probation for some other shit, like some little dumb shit, like. But I'm only informal. It's almost over. Next year it'll be over.
You just got to do the right thing, man, and try to stay out of trouble. Cause you got a lot of good things going for you, man.
Yeah, bro. Like
everybody in here, make sure you go subscribe to Ken Street TV. The link is in my description. Yeah, and you want to talk about some of the people that you.
Yeah, let me say something else real quick, and then I'll explain that. And also, I have a daughter, a 3-year-old daughter that I take care of by myself every day. You feel me? Like, my baby mom is like I said, she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You feel me? So, like, I have to take care of. I'm a single dad that'll have custody of my. I'm not single. I got a girl, but y'all know what I mean. And I'm gonna have custody of my daughter real soon. I got joint custody already.
But it's commendable, bro. It's
the fucking the judge, bro, is like so unfair. You know what I mean? When it comes to that type shit, I should have already had custody of her. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. It's gonna happen. I just have to wait, go through it. You know what I mean? Jump through the hoops. But all right. So back to talk about everybody. Go subscribe to Ken Street TV. The whole reason why I'm even on here is because my boy Cuzzo talked to one of the dudes that I'm gonna say I fuck with him because me and Brian never had no problems. And to me and him are just business partners more than anything. You know what I mean? Like, that's all it is to me. I post Instagram live videos on YouTube. There's Fly Soldier in Red. There's 954 Enzo. There's Fly Soldier in Red right there. And that's my brother Joker Gang. Everybody go follow Joker Gang. I post him. There was this one guy, but he's done for. But I post them too, and I post this dude named 954 Enzo. Really, I post anybody. If it's interesting, I post you. I don't just be like certain people and only post this guy or this guy. If you're interesting, if it's an interesting live, I'm gonna post it. Like, shout out to I don't know what he wants to be called now, Anti-Social. That's his YouTube. He does the shit like I do too. Like, and I support him too. I mean, like, I support everybody. If you want to if you do the shit, I ain't make this shit up. You know what I mean? I didn't come up with the shit. I seen someone else do it, so I did it.
Yeah.
But really, first you know Gilly the Kid.
Mm-hmm.
I first started seeing that. I don't know if it was Hot Boy Turk or Gilly, but them are the first 2 lives I ever been on. But Gilly, I seen motherfuckers recording his live all the time. That's what gave me this idea, really. You know what I mean? Like, and
It's a good idea, man.
Yeah, it's worked out for me. It's worked out for me like real good, bro. Like my shit, I'm at like 3,400 subscribers. I'm doing decent. All right. But
I got 2,800, man, steadily climbing, you know.
yeah, but the first person I ever posted actually was my brother Joker. You know what I mean? Like, so
Hi.
Yeah, but yeah, Joker and I don't. And there's another guy that named Green Hat Guy. Green Hat Guy.
Yeah, Green Hat Guy.
Green Hat Guy got his name from basically putting Fly Soldier in his place for talking shit about like some disabled person or some shit. Like, there's certain people that I don't fuck with on the Instagram shit because of like the shit that they've done, like robbing older disabled people and saying the N-word and condoning snitching and all that shit. Like, I don't play with that shit, so y'all can't be on my page. You know what I mean? Like, even if your shit's so interesting, I'm not posting it. I got
like what do you think about Mighty Mouse, man?
Mighty Mouse. That's the dude that was with the Pinot dude.
Yeah.
I don't really know about him. I've seen him a couple times. You know what I mean? Like, really, I think the only time I ever watched him was when I watched the Pinot video or some shit.
Yeah, he's a registered sex offender, man.
I
honestly don't even think he's supposed to be on the internet, man.
Right. I thought that was like a stipulation type shit that they couldn't be on the internet.
Me too.
What do you think about the other guy I mentioned?
Which one?
Pinot.
Yeah, I really don't know him, man.
I don't know him either. The little conversation that I had with him, he was cool. I think it was some kind of weird shit what he did, but I ain't got nothing to say about. He ain't even in my category type shit. So
yeah,
him I don't know, but
it's irrelevant to me, man.
Yeah,
you know.
But yeah, I fuck with everybody, man. I try, and like that's how everybody should be, but they're not. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you got in the future for Ken Street TV? What do you got planned for the future, man?
So like a year ago, I used to always say, I'm gonna do YouTube. I'm doing this YouTube shit. And I want to vlog. You know what I mean? Like, but that shit takes a lot. I've got on Ken Street TV. If y'all don't want to just watch lives, I do have probably about 10 vlogs or something. Probably about maybe like 7. But I have a few like y'all could go watch. And I'll be making more in the future. You know what I mean? Like, but just for right now, I'm just chilling and just recording them motherfuckers. Bro.
So you're just gonna keep doing the Instagrams and
yeah, I kind of wanted to do some other shit too, but it's like I got to keep. You can't say every idea out loud. You know what I mean? Because then other motherfuckers want to go take your ideas and shit. But yeah, and people always like tell me that I should be the one fucking interview or talking to people. Like, I should be the one hosting the live since I'm recording them and shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I wish it was like that because my followers would go up then if it was like that. But
how come you don't do that? How come you don't just go on live and host the lives?
Sometimes
people come on.
Sometimes I do, but I don't get a lot of views when I do it. But it don't matter to me about the views. But sometimes I do. But I want to talk about this too with Cuzzo and Fly Soldier. When that live happened, I was on there. I'm the one that made it happen. Basically, I told Cuz to add Fly because I thought Fly would be on some humble shit. Because I've seen him on some humble shit before. Like, there's a few videos on my shit if you could find them where he's being cool and shit. I didn't expect him to just get on there and be like, especially after he said no disrespect, like
and calling him, saying he's not real and all this shit,
and calling him the B word and shit. Like he was way out of pocket for that. Like, I did not expect that. I did not know that was gonna happen. I would not have told bro to add him if I knew that was gonna happen, because like I told Cuzzo when it started happening, when I seen Cuz getting mad, I told him, bro, kick him. You know what I mean? Kick him, because I know how you are, bro. Like, I know that the comments get to you and shit sometimes, and
Yeah.
I've heard him say shit like that. You know what I mean? So I know, I was like, just get him out of here, bro. Like, but I wasn't trying to start no shit. I just thought it would be interesting, and guess what it was? You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, I'm sure it's gonna get a lot of views, man. And
yeah, it's got my shit got like 1,000 already on it, and that loser, that other loser that posted it, he had like 4K on that bitch. Like,
hey, man, some stuff's gonna work, some stuff's not gonna work. I want to give a shout out to Cuzzo. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we go?
yeah, you know, I want to give a shout out to a few people. First, rest in peace to my brother, the Will Soldier Boy. I wish he was here and see what I could see what I'm doing right now. Like, I wish he was here doing it with me. But rest in peace to him. Shout out to my free my nigga Shock G, free him out the feds. Shout out to my brother Joker, Art Kill. Shout out to my boy Check the Star, Carlos. Shout out to my nigga City Star. I fuck with you, Primo. But yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to my girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you need that, bro. But yeah, man, thank you for joining me, bro, and I'll definitely have you on again. And one day I'll have you on, and we'll have a bunch of people in here. I could have a bunch of people on here. So
yeah, bro, I'm not that busy, so anytime, bro. And like I told you, I got a couple people for you to talk to. So
yeah, man, it'll be
make
good. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Till next time, man.
Yes, I appreciate you, bro.